That's huge news. You want to tell someone. And I remember when we found out about our son, I wanted to call people and tell them, hey, guess what? It's just such a cool, exciting time when you have news like that. And I think if you're a parent at all, there's all sorts of things about your kids or your grandkids or just your family in general that they do something that you find so valuable that you have to tell other people. I experienced this with my son. He's now like 5 weeks old. His name's Gavin. And we just have had an absolute blast getting to know him and just kind of experiencing parenthood. And when he was born, Michelle and I thought that he would be kind of small. The reason why is I haven't always been the giant of a man that you see before you today. I'm all of like 5'8" or something, and so I anticipated, well, my son's probably going to have, that gene, and so he'll be a small baby. Well, when Gavin was born, they told us, hey, he weighs 9 pounds, 8 ounces, which, yeah, if you're a woman and you've given birth, you know the pain of that, and you're going, oh my gosh, and that's a big baby. And so we're looking at that going, wow, nobody was like anticipating that he would be that big, but I remember I got to tell people, I mean, that's cool, this kid's huge. So then we go to a 6-day checkup, and you go to the doctor's office and find out how he's doing, and they do this little thing, which is just kind of funny to me. They give you a percentage of what your child is based off of other children their age, which I'm not sure why they do this. Like, I don't know what number you're hoping for. Like, I don't know if it's like 0, 50, 100. I don't know what number is like the good number, but they give you this percentage. Hey, you're this size. And so when it came to his height and his weight, at 6 days old, he was in the 90th percentile. Yeah, which means he's like taller than 90% of babies his age at 6 days old. And I was just like, who is this kid? I mean, I don't get this. And so, that's funny. Maybe it's just an initial thing. He'll grow out of it. Well, about a week ago, we had our 4-week visit. And we go and the same process. They tell us our numbers. Well, now he's in the 95th percentile for his height and still in 90th percentile for his weight. And so I'm like looking at the doctor. I'm like, you're telling me he's like getting bigger and bigger, like exponentially? And she's like, yeah, like he just keeps, going up this chart. And so I'm looking at this, and he's 95%. So I'm like, what happens at 100? I mean, you're off the chart. Is that bad? I mean, what do we do if he gets to be 100%? She goes, well, that's like the range. And so she pulls out this little chart, and she shows me, and she goes, well, here's where he's out on this curve. And she goes, and this curve tells us how tall they're going to be when they grow up. So I'm curious now. I go, okay, well, how tall is my son going to be? And she goes, well, based off of how he's growing, he'll be at least 6'2" or 6'3". Yeah, which means I've got about 10 years to convince him that I'm bigger than him. Because by the time he's like 10, 11, it'll be like, son, go to your room. You know what I mean? I just know this is what's coming. And so part of me is really depressed by that I'm going to have this son who's like way bigger than me, and I just know I'm going to have issues with that. But part of me got really excited. I'm like, he could be a baseball player. He could be I'm just like, I don't know. This will be awesome. And I just knew that day, I was like, my phone was like ringing off the hook. I had to tell everybody, hey, guess what? My son is huge. I mean, it's like exciting news. And I bet you have something like that, where something happens in your life and you're like, oh man, I can't wait to tell everybody. Because we have these bits of information that